I think we've got enough people to start. I have a question before we dump into this. Mia hasn't been here for a while, and it's really nice to have someone to take notes while someone else is facilitating. And I don't know if that's something we could delegate, or I could try and I take notes, but I don't take them as well. Okay.
I can take notes for this call, but I can't sign up to always do it because I'm breastfeeding.
Okay. Well, I'll pass you do you have the doc link, Forrest? I dropped it in the governance channel.
Yeah.
And we'll figure something out going forward. Okay. So let's kick this call off. This is the Giveth governance call, 27th of December. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that stuff. Great job, everyone, on the launch. And so we'll just check in with how you're feeling, what your focus is this week, and if you have any intentions for the call. Today I'm feeling super energized, and today I would just like to, for this week, I'd just like to put together maybe some of the missing pieces that are on our fast follow list, and maybe synchronize about some of our insights from the community moderation. And that's it for me. I will pass it to Monique.
Hello, good morning, happy Christmas, happy launch, happy engagement, happy everything. I'm so excited. I'm really feeling happy. And my focus during this week is, first get rid of all security stuff that we have and solution for it. And plan for the next milestone for the products that we have. And for this special meeting, I don't have anything special. Back to I pass it on to Lauren.
Well, I'm looking forward to this call because it feels like we did just this like huge launch with the Give economy, and now it's like kind of coming back. It's like, okay, cool. Like now what are we doing? My focuses for the week are some fast follow things for the Give economy and pushing them out, and then also getting started on stacking out Give curation and making sure all the comms are in place for the launch party and stuff like that. And my focuses and intentions for the call are sort of similar. Like if any of those things come up and there's stuff to talk around, but I'm just gonna like also see what's happening in the governance call and the important things we need to discuss. I'll pass it to Griff.
Griff, are you there?
Sorry, when she was talking, I turned down her volume and I missed that she passed it to me because we're in the same room basically. Anyway, I have a couple. I'm feeling great. This is an incredible launch. I can't believe how well everything is working. I'm still blown away. This is the easiest launch I've ever seen in crypto, hands down. Although maybe I've had my hands in a fair share of bad launches, so I don't know. But this was spectacular. So I'm still floating on cloud 9, and of course watching the token price pump is like, holy shit, so that's super cool. And as far as my focus for the week is similar to Lauren's, but it's like, where do we go now? It's like, okay, we have all these fast follow issues. Let's start Give curation going. And I'm excited about the TypeScript stuff with Monique, and just making sure that we have good balance between all those things. I mean, I'm not going to do anything other than just advise, but I'm super excited about all of that. As far as agenda topics, I want to talk about December payments and the Give Garden process. And like, how do we have a process for people proposing, and is that outlined anywhere? And yeah, and then I'm sure that there'll be other agenda topics that we can sync on. Maybe the fact that we're going to upgrade DAO voting in a week or two after everything is stable, and that we should keep our eyes on. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about DAO voting, and I'll pass it to. How about Carlos?
Thank you, Griff. Hello, everyone. I'd like to praise this great team for the awesome launch and the engagement also, Lauren and Griff. And yeah, I'm feeling great. I ate a lot this weekend, and my intentions, well, in general, my focus this week is to see like more what is the next milestone, and well, the issues and things we have to work on next. And I'm here to help. And yeah, in general, to sync with everyone. And that's it. I'll pass it to Hannah.
Hello, guys. So I've been gone for a little bit. The new job has been pretty busy, but I wanted to make it this week to just say, like, awesome launch. Like you said, Griff, this is like one of the best that I've seen too, and it's like incredible. So good job, everybody. Hard work's paying off. So feeling super like happy and proud of everyone here because you guys did awesome. And then focus for this week. I had talked to Danny about kind of some of the reward stuff, and we're going to meet about that this week. But also, I'm just like trying to answer any questions that I can if on the Discord, as it's a little like super, super crazy busy with questions right now. So anything that I feel comfortable answering, I'll jump in on as I have the time. And then, yeah, intentions for this call is also just to kind of hear where everything's at since I've been gone for a little bit. And that's it for me. And I'll pass it to Mateo.
Thanks, Anna. Hey, everyone. Happy holidays. Really, congratulations for this excellent launch. I think I'm really proud of our team. It was really, really great. I'm still a bit tired of handling some minor issues over the weekend, but we did it great. Praised Carlos and Mohamed for helping me there. And I'm a little bit distracted. I'm arriving in my hometown at the moment, so I could be a little bit away, but I'll try to engage as much as I can in this call. My intentions for this week is essentially make the application more stable, as I found a couple of issues that they shouldn't have happened, and plan for the next milestone, as Monique mentioned, that's going to happen, I hope, for the 15th, and make it like the new release, the King's release, or however we call it, the Dia de Reyes. That's it. I'll pass it to Kai.
Yo. I'm a bit distracted again, of course, because Christmas is still ongoing with all the kids. I'm at a friend's place now; they're all inside. So I would like to make it a short one from my side. I'm so proud of you all, guys. It's amazing. One thing that is dear to my heart is also what Griff mentioned there, like to have a protocol for the DAO. My example is like this. There was something on the weekend when somebody said, "Oh, let's wait what Griff says," and yeah, those times they should be limited, right? Like now we all have the responsibility, and we should find ways to not depend on like any particular one's decision, but make decisions as a group better. So that would be very cool. Yeah. Again, you guys rock. I give it to Mitch.
I'll sling it over to Forrest.
Sorry.
Hey everyone. Yeah, also want to echo just a lot of pride and like wind under the wings, seeing how great the launch has been, and just proud of everyone for all of the efforts in the past year and beyond. Thanks, Griff. And my focus this week is community moderation and getting just a draft up of Gravity and like communication process until we're able to iron it out and go through like the proper channels for that. And intentions for the call, just syncing on the like collective agenda that everyone has put together. Anyone hasn't gone? I'll pass it to Frashelle.
Hi everyone. Belated Merry Christmas and New Year. I'm feeling great. On a okay-ish feeling and yeah. And then my focus for this week is to catch up on payments with Griff and to make sure everyone gets paid for December and adjust the necessary adjustments that we have planned for. And intention for this call is that, and just catching up on other governance stuff. And that's it for me. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm feeling, in the past few days have been so surreal for me. I've never experienced anything like this, and I wouldn't rather do it as a part of any other team than this one. You guys are so awesome, and this has been so much fun and so inspiring and educational in so many things for me. And so thank you for all of that. And I guess my focus for the week is just to stay up on project verification and keep the projects getting verified as well as listed and all that stuff as they come in, helping people create those and help plan a launch party. Let's party, you guys. Let's have a launch party and celebrate. And I think those are the main things. I'm sure there's a couple other things. Intentions for the call. I'm also curious about like the proposal process and how we go forward with people creating proposals and what's that going to look like. So it seems like a hot topic. And
amazing. I cannot express how beautiful I've seen servers and looking at how people interface with technology recently. And by far, this seems to be the most community-driven space I've seen so far. The project is amazing. The way you guys handle communication has been beautiful. And big up all of yourselves, and especially the person who did the YouTube. That was pretty much self-explanatory. Like, that was wow. For me, what I would love to focus on is communications. Then to really kind of integrate and better onboarding processes so I can better understand everything about the gig economy, because it's wow, just wow.
I think we have Mr. Peer still missing. Or choose silence.
Hey, sorry, just joined now, like check it what things happened. I would like to say that Giveth is a very good platform. I just discovered it when I was in the Gitcoin community, and I think it has a great potential forward. And that's all, and good luck.
Sorry, my internet dropped for half a second there. Thanks for jumping in, Mr. Peer.
Beautiful background, bad internet.
Okay, well, does anyone else need to go? I wasn't keeping track.
I think everyone has gone.
Yeah, we are through.
Great. While Mitch's internet is being a little dicey, I can maybe take over, and we should start with your situation, Kai, since you wanted to head out first, right? Security audit. What do you need, Kai?
Processes like I said, we should act as a DAO now. And there was this one thing, when somebody said it was a financial decision, and somebody said, "Oh, let's see what Griff has to say," which is always a valid thing, but we should not depend on an individual right now. And of course, also Griff has many things to do, and it would be great to load stuff off his shoulder. We cannot do it on this call, I think. I just wanted to push that we need to go in this direction. And that's basically all I have to say. And you said something about the garden as well, Griff. Probably the garden is something that we have to find out, because obviously decisions might take too long, very important ones, like time critical stuff. That's one thing we should look at. Maybe work groups. What is part of a work group decision? What is part of a DAO? Not sure we do it here and right now, but we should at least get the ball rolling.
Does this work now?
Yeah, that's great.
I could see you all and hear you all perfectly, but it was like, I don't know, so frustrating. So I want to jump in because I heard this point a few times around the governance process. And so there is a semi-comprehensive document that we did start relating to the DAO votes and the garden votes, or proposals in general, we should say. And so I'd like to invite everyone to read that, and maybe we can use that.
Before we get into that topic, because we're starting with Kai's topic, and he segued into it, but I do want to say on this topic, obviously you have free reign on my credit card, Kai. Go wild, buy presents for your kids, do whatever you want. But especially if it's security related, if we need a bigger server because something goes down, come on, don't worry about it. Let's just make sure.
Yeah, I don't feel blocked in that way. I'm already free reigning with your card. Don't worry. So and if anybody needs something like that's part of petty cash, please come to me. I am the steward of the petty cash, let's say.
Perfect. Okay, sorry to interrupt you, Mitch.
No, it's okay. So are there any action items for this?
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like there's some good backroom coordination in Discord around security issues, and I guess the only other comment I'd make on this is there's going to be a lot of scammers. We just launched a token. It's just incredible success. And there's going to be a lot of scammers that come out and say, oh, hey, they got money, let's scam them. So, anyone says there's a security vulnerability, probably scamming us, honestly. So, maybe they could be really great white hats. We have a great white hat community. They could also just be trying to get us to give them ether. So let's not get too confident, or I don't know. It's a tough line to walk.
Okay, thanks, Griff. So moving on here, just to the point that I was making around the Give Garden process. So we have an initial doc started, and maybe we can add in some concrete steps around the proposal process for the Give Garden. We have some stuff here relating to Give token holders, but I'd love for people to review this and leave some comments in the forum as well. We have this, so maybe we can improve this document with those concerns there. Sorry, just 1 second.
Sorry, buddy.
So here it is there. So it's the same thing here that's in the documentation. It's on the forum, so maybe we can put in some feedback there.
And I would think it's worth reading the TLDR really quick for everyone here. Just make a proposal. So if you want to pass something in the garden or in our Give, we need to make a proposal on the Giveth forum. It'll allow 5 days for advice process. Create a proposal for on-chain voting, either in the Gardens or the R Give DAO. Wait for results and then execute required actions.
Go ahead with what you wanted to say, Guru.
The difference between the proposal for the Give Garden and the project proposals for the Give Economy site is that one isn't as intuitive as I would like it to be. And I think that should be more of a easier clarification for those who are active and versus those who are the project proposals. So that is just my little 2 cents because I'm a little fundamentally confused with that one.
What do you mean by a project proposal?
So, okay, the projects that are signing up for the Give Economy from not the Give Garden, because I'm assuming that the Give Garden is the internal affairs and the projects are the external affairs. And when someone's interested in jumping on to more like the governance, they are recommended to go into the garden to understand the difference. But the proposals kind of meshing. So not necessarily, maybe it is just early in the development cycle, but that is something I kind of noticed. Just
okay. Cool. Well, yeah, I think that's an interesting perspective. I'd love it if you wrote that down as a comment on this forum post, because I think it's a great idea.
I am working towards it. I'm taking some time.
Beautiful. So while we're on this topic here for the Give Garden process, does anyone else have any more comments? Wonderful. This one is you, Griff, December payments.
Well, it's a great segue because they're going to have to be a little late, I think, or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, Frashelle and I will talk about it tonight, but basically the idea that we're going to do, at least for this month and maybe for next month, it depends on if we want to change our organizational structure, is that I will just continue paying the team and but then get reimbursed from the RGive DAO for those payments. And I can do it through reimbursement or I can do it through just like go the old-fashioned way where I wait to pay everyone. I think this month for sure I will do it through reimbursement because I don't really like making everyone wait to be paid. And then I'll just go back. And then the big thing is like, do we pay out in XDAI and I get reimbursed in Give tokens? Do I pay everyone in Give tokens? But then it's a volatile currency and that's kind of annoying for payments if the price goes down. And we've learned that lesson like so many times. I don't really want to learn it again personally. I know it sounds great to be paid in Give tokens, but actually it's really annoying. And maybe you guys could just go buy Give tokens if you want it. Help us keep this price pumping. But like, I really don't like the idea of paying people in Give tokens. It just causes problems. Yeah, these are some thoughts out there, and I don't know if we want to add some other kind of more bureaucracy or decentralize the payment process. It's up to you guys, I guess. Because before we were talking about circles and every circle having their own thing, and I don't think that's necessary for the next 2 months, for sure. Maybe when we grow a little bit larger, that would make a lot more sense. But yeah, is there any comments on this? You know, are people like, don't send me XDAI, I'm a Give coin maximalist, I only accept payments in Give coins, and Give, that's it. Yeah, does anyone have any thoughts or comments?
I have a thought and comment. So I still working on the onboarding process, and I don't really expect to be paid or anything because I kind of enjoy being paid from the whole Give experience and the airdrops. But I think you should, from my perspective, a nice little middle ground. For example, meaning this is the Give economy, so having tokens is very much important for especially the team. But XDAI is still a stable coin. So maybe from my perspective, 70% XDAI and 30% Give, so that Give can still be circulating within the team, so that if things go south, it will stabilize itself. My own choice.
I'm personally okay with either one. Maybe we could have, I don't know. Maybe we could just be like, okay, we're going to do it this way. And if somebody wants it differently, then they have to DM you. So it could just, both sound fine to me, unless anyone has a strong opinion.
So I have slightly a strong opinion. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I just want to pay people. So as much as I'm cool with definitely DM me, but man, it's so nice to just make a spreadsheet and then go to disperse app and then just click a button and they're all sent. So ideally it's all in the same currency, not even oh, this percentage give, this percentage we just at least for this month, while I'm still dealing with the launch chaos a little bit, if there's
because I think probably we're all okay with getting paid at Nexta because that's what was happening before. And then the only thing is if we're getting paid in Give, there might be people who are like, oh, but actually I need XDAI, which would create more confusion. Do you want to just do this month in XDAI and sort it out next month? Is that going to be the most efficient?
I think so. I think that's the easiest way. And I think that's the easiest way. Another thing that I would like thoughts on is how public we are with people's salaries. Personally, we've done both ways many different times, and we do have the role proposals out there, but do we want to have everybody's individual salary be public, or should I just make a proposal that's we need this much for a core team, funds, and I could divvy it out to be this much went to comms and community, this much went to development, and this much went to this amounts, but not have individual names with numbers attached to it.
Yeah, I think just putting it by circle, like you said, or by category would be fine. I don't know that we need everybody's individual information, but at least having a small categorical breakdown might be helpful for at least a little bit more transparency.
Mm-hmm.
I do like some transparent process with numbers. One thing I noticed is that for me it was kind of hard. I've mostly been a follower, so I'm not been constructing the give economy really like you guys have. But for me, I still feel a bit lost in the numbers. How big is the DAO treasury and like a pie chart, something. Would go a long way. I don't know if we have that somewhere. Even the Give stream, I think there is no total projection, what to expect. You can of course extrapolate. I'm just saying we can. I think that we have a bit of a road there still to catch all the numbers and bring them together. So it makes sense because as a part of a DAO, people should be informed about things, not necessarily what an individual gets, but what's the runway, what's the burn, what
sorry. I think a lot of this stuff is covered in the documentation, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we did put a lot of thought into that, what's going to be in which treasury. And I think all of that information is pretty public.
Yeah, but they are floating numbers. They're not in an article I have one number, but these are changing, no?
So having reports, you mean a financial report, we have this much month, this is how much is coming in this month, this is how much is going out this month. I think that we could do that for our Give and our Give DAO. I do that for the Common Stack and for but Freshell does it. I shouldn't take any credit. Freshell does this for the Common Stack, and we have two different budgets basically. And we could maintain a budget sheet for Giveth as well, like a public budget sheet.
I would, since we're going off on a few different tangents there, I think that's a really good point though, Kai. Maybe some sort of like treasury report or something like that. I'd like to see a forum post. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to suggest. Like, I'll write something up that's...
You have the power.
I do. I can write.
Okay. Well, I hear a lot of different points on this topic here, and I just want to leave maybe a few more seconds here for any last input, and then hopefully move on to the next topic.
Just on that, I'm just going to show off what Freshell makes for the common stack, and I think we could make something very similar. It's like, these are our holdings every month. This is, salary debt. We go into very granularity, a lot of granularity, because Giveth Trace gives us that granularity, but we could be a little less granular. Here's the contractor expenses, every payment through Trace.
Very impressive. Great. Well, I would like to move on to the next point here, which is givebacks! ! I don't know who threw this one in there.
I threw that one in too.
Uh-huh.
So givebacks, like, we're gonna need to pass a vote in 2 weeks. In about a week and a half, or two. Yeah, in about 2 weeks, we'll need to pass a vote. And I don't think we need to talk about it in this call, but we should at least have some real thought. I think we have a process kind of down, but we'll be documenting it. And the NR Give DAO has a 3-day voting period. Is that right, Mitch?
I think it was 5.
No, it's 3. It's 3. It's a 5-day forum process, advice process, and 3-day voting period.
And so
on the NR Give DAO?
Yes.
Oops. So if it's 5 days though, that's kind of a problem. Did we lose you, Mitch?
No, I'm trying to check as well through the app.
Oh yeah, it's 5
days.
We might want to make a second voting app that's like 24 hours that also has control over the distributor agent.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before, making a second voting app.
Yeah.
Okay. That can be done. Because we can't change the vote duration for this app. This is impossible to change.
Yeah, and I think for like role proposals and stuff, that makes a lot of sense. But maybe for like, maybe we have another voting app that has a short duration but a high like requirements of like quorum and support required, so that anyone can veto basically and stop it in case it's abused by some rogue NR Give token holders. Not that I think that would happen, but yeah.
I hear you. I understand. And so we should spec that out somewhere in a forum or maybe in some channels here.
Okay.
Just to figure out the parameters, and then we'll make it and we'll vote it.
Great idea. I love your forum post maximalism, Mitch.
Great. Anything you want to say about givebacks? I think the script is tight now, like it's working as it should be.
Yeah, we need to work on
Ashley,
some of
yeah.
the like ways it's communicated from the development standpoint as well. But that's just FYI.
Okay.
And we need to test it.
Did you get back?
Yeah, we tested it, but we didn't test it enough. So I think this week we should really like just also have a push to like by, mid to late this week we have it all working in the way that we want to have it communicated on the front end and everything, and then test like even just sending givebacks. And then like collecting them from different places, because like the way it was working is kind of buggy with the harvest modals, and then the stream was being added already, and it was kind of a lot getting lost in translation. So FYI, I'm going to be pushing on that.
There's also some kind of bug that maybe the database was corrupted once we hit over 1,000 people in donations. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's something that Mateo went in and fixed, I believe. Mateo, do you have any? Are you there?
Okay. Well, I'd love to see some GitHub issues for this stuff, since it seems like not all the devs are present.
I can give you a brief. We can keep the track of the database, but according to Mohammed's development, we just want to verify the transactions, and that part is most important for the giveback. So the database problem, we had an issue for the price of the gift that we save in the database, and I think we don't have to consider this database information. We have to verify the transaction, and after that, we rely on that information.
We've got 20 minutes left in this call, and we still have lots of other issues to go through here. So I'd love to see if we could follow up with some GitHub issues for specific problems. And we have the dev call after this as well. So I'd like to move on to the next topic, which is the launch party. And I think maybe Lauren, you have some stuff about that? Or Ashley?
I want to have a sync with the comms team like after this call, but I'm thinking maybe we try to schedule something for tomorrow. And I don't know if maybe we want to talk about this later in this call, because it's not, I don't know, it's relevant to everybody, but it's not necessarily a governance thing. But quick lowdown, I was thinking having something scheduled for tomorrow, and we could do like an hour and a half sort of thing, and have some past people come in and do it like Giveth in the past and where we came from, and then like what we have now and where we're going, and talk about some of the future plans, and have it like also AMA style. So it would be great to get like some support. I mean, like I want Griff to be there, of course, and I already was nagging him about it, to talk and represent a lot of things. And it would be cool if we could get some, it would be cool if we could all come to the like this public launch party. But yeah, anyway, I think also we could have multiple different launch parties. We have like a launch party just for us to celebrate and just like decompress and talk about some things. I think that would be really valuable. It's like a retrospective with our team, but then also this like public one. But I want to work on this in the comms team and hack through it a little bit more before I have something nice to say to everyone.
Sure.
Yeah, the sync call for that is in about an hour, right? An hour after this call?
Yeah, an hour and a half. Yeah, an hour after this call, after the dev call.
I guess if anybody else wants to jump in, that's when it is.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I was going to say exactly that. Okay. So going on after that, we've got this PAN allocations. This has been a loose end for a while. I talked to Danny today. She said she was going to start working on it in the next couple of days. Things are a bit hectic around here because of Christmas and whatnot. But does anybody have anything to add to this PAN allocations issue? Okay. Well, right now I have Danny and Jean working on it, and I'm going to be cat herding them. So more updates hopefully in the future. Oh yeah, this one actually, reward security vulnerability.
Yeah, I think. Wait, I can't see my screen. Your screen is really small. I have a hard time seeing, but let me look at the document. This is the thing I have been asking Danny to help me too. Is I cannot figure out. I'm not like I've never really used LinkedIn before, but I cannot figure out how to give the review from the Giveth account. Like I have access. I now have finally gotten access, but I don't know how to. The only way I can see to do it is like from my own personal LinkedIn. Does anybody know if that's like a functionality of LinkedIn? Is there a way to do that? And Danny said she would help me, but I haven't got there. I can just do it from my personal account. I just figured like it would be better coming from the Giveth account.
Okay. Well, I guess Danny seems like the person for that. And,
yeah, I'll keep poking her and try to get it going.
You know,
and I will also.
You could also message Akene, who with the comment stack, he does a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, so maybe he would probably know how to do it.
Cool. If you could send me his handle, that would be awesome. I also want to reach out to her and let her know that she received a gift drop and she should go claim it.
Great. Okay. So we'll sync with Danny or Griff's contact in the comments tag. Moving on here, I added in the Give Garden into this document here so we can keep track of proposals. So you can see there's already a couple different decision votes that have already passed in the Give Garden. Adding the unit pool, we upgraded our conviction voting params as well as our DAO voting params. And right now there's nothing active, so all is quiet on the Western Front. And then no new votes in the NR Give either, so that's nice. And this is from a couple weeks ago, stuff in the forum, currently in advice process. First of all, we've got this Giveth home partnership with Dawn. And I know, Griff, you brought this up a couple weeks ago.
I didn't actually put that on the forum, did I?
No, you didn't, but it's here from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's still on my to-do list.
Great, I'll add that as an action item. Okay, good. And so then I just want to revisit this one, scoping the deployment for launch. And there's a couple things we knocked out, primarily launching. But then there is some stuff around the TypeScript version and things like that that I think is still on the bucket list. And so maybe Monique has more on that.
Yeah, we launched and, the scope was, we can close it. And, I have another file prepared that I presented today for the naming stuff that we have for the TypeScript. And I'm not sure that we have to go to the forum to set a milestone, but I have a talk with Marco today, and I think because the resource allocation, both design and the development with two different products and maybe two different working groups might be had some effects. Maybe we don't have any resource for communication for jumping into new milestone and finish it. So it might be a governance decision that what we should maybe we have to prepare a roadmap in the forum for the next quarter, and everybody puts their comments in the communication side, in the product side, and the dev side, and the design side, and we confirm every aspects of it. So yeah.
Do you want to add any more? Go ahead, Lauren.
I was thinking, about this resource allocation and coordination thing. Now that we've launched the Give economy and we have it's kind of two products, but there's sort of one product. And then the next stages with Give economy, I was talking with Griff, is we're going to be trying to push out Give Curation, which is going to have a lot to do with like staking behind projects and how that's integrated with the DApp. And I'm thinking we should just try to have a little bit more of a merging between these two teams, and maybe even just like a merging of our sprints. And like, I mean, now we have the all dev workspace that we're using, and I'd love that if we kind of like just coordinated resources with devs, and then we like created more of like a roadmap that we can include TypeScript and like finishing out all the issues that are like buggy on the Give economy, but like everything's working together, you know, like we have this like header, it's on both things, it's one thing now, it's one site, it's all on one site, so like let's make it like more together.
So according to this, we might have prepared a kind of roadmap for product in the forum that everybody agrees. And if, for example, we need support from the design, Marco should know it, and everybody, especially becomes team. And we put comments there and finalize it. So let's change the topic to having let's close all we have right now in the forum and create another maybe milestone at least for this next quarter, and and everybody agrees on that. I was thinking that we may set up a milestone for TypeScript, just TypeScript. But I found out that it might have some effects on other parts of the DAO. So me and Lauren can collaborate on that front.
Okay. So what I hear is that we'll make a Q1 forum post for the roadmap, and then we can collect advice there. Okay, yes, great, sir. Love it. Great, let's move on here. Receive 20 ETH from Rainbow Rolls.
Repeat everything.
No movement on that from my side, at least.
Okay. Okay, well, we need to figure that out, so let's pull that, bring it back into focus, and then we can close it out. The next thing here, Gitcoin listing on Polygon. I think you reached out to them and got it resolved, Griff?
Yes, that is complete. We have our Gitcoin project, or whatever they call it, grant, is pointing to our multi-sigs now. And the multi-sigs, our multi-sig, give.eth, which is also donation.eth, give.eth, Giveth.eth, revolution.eth, all those ENS names point to our multi-sig address, and our multi-sig address is live on a lot of test nets: Optimism, Arbitrum, XDAI, Polygon, and like any site I could sort out, basically. So and if someone sends money to that address anywhere, we can deploy the multi-sig underneath it, and the same multi-sig holders will have access to those funds. So that's cool.
Okay, great. Thanks for the update. And here, this is our last governance call before the end of the year, so we have buddy system and work agreements. And I don't know if you have anything to say for Shell?
Hello. So, okay, fine. I can be heard. So the last time I checked in our tracker, I think that it's only me and Ashley who had a buddy call. So if you guys had scheduled your buddy calls with your buddy, so kindly inform me and also share with me the file to the answers of the questions in the guide questions. And if you haven't scheduled or had a buddy call review, then please do so. If you still have a time left for the week, or if not, you can do it next year if the schedule is tight for the rest of the days. So yeah, please let me know if you already had your review call. And yeah, I think that's it for me.
Great, thank you. And another topic here, we've got the KPIs for Giveth. And the last update I hear here is table until post-launch. So
yeah, I have to work for it. I take it. Yeah, I take it, and it might be related to the governance talks that we have for allocating. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Q1 roadmap. I think there's some integration.
Maybe yes, maybe not. But if we have just if you want to allocate the gifts or allocate the budgets for the every working group, and maybe the pen payment allocation related to the KPIs or OKRs, we may have a system for it. There are some methods like 360-degree feedback system, or stuff that we can implement to just draw some percentages or allocation of this stuff to the working groups. I can suggest there some methods, and some methods related to the performance of the product. So if you just have one product, everybody's share should be. Don't want to make it much longer. I'll work on it. Sorry.
Thanks, Monique. Okay. The last thing we have, or that I have, is this new forum post for DAO guilds to promote art and culture through Gnosis Chain, and by Commando Burrito. And I didn't quite. Did anybody else read this one? It looks like we'd like to make a crypto metaverse through Minecraft or something for different DAOs.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about this whenever he came in, and I think that it's kind of like a proposal for a project. Like he was creating this, like wanting to create a project on Giveth and asking if that was a good project to put up on the platform. So I think that's one thing we could probably communicate a bit clearer with these proposals, is that anybody can just put a project on Giveth. You don't need to make a proposal to create a project. The proposal process is for more like decision making stuff within the DAO, and maybe some people are a bit confused about that.
Okay, good. Yeah, this ties into what Guru was saying.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Kai.
Well, we should comment then in the forum then that it's like, yeah, just open it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. So I don't think there's anything we really need to deal with that in this call, because it doesn't seem governance related.
Hey, quick speaking of Gnosis Chain. So now that we launched and everything, do we just have to Control F everything everywhere on the DApp and on the economy and change XDAI to Gnosis Chain and in our documentation?
I still think it's a bit early for that, but we could add like Gnosis in parentheses, but it seems also like a lot of work to go in just to add Gnosis in parentheses. So I don't know. It just still seems a little bit early. But maybe not.
I would wait a week. I'd wait till more so that the airdrops stop being claimed. Or like slow down on the claim, because no one knows, unless you're deep in the game, no one knows what the hell Gnosis Safe is. It's sad how few people even know what XDAI is. So,
What if we called it Gnosis Chain formerly XDAI? But yeah, okay, we can do it in a couple of weeks. But
I think we can do the full switch over instead of having like, oh, it's XDAI Chain, and then it's like XDAI is formerly, and then it would just go XDAI, oh no, Gnosis Chain, and just next day. And I think that would be less development work and easier.
Yeah, changing all these communication things like mid-flight when we're like high volume.
Yeah, because it's documentation everywhere, right? It's everything. And it still says XDAI in everyone's MetaMask, which is what really matters. Like, I go to chainlist.org and it's still like, let me get on XDAI. As a validator on XDAI, I have been told to hold my stake, and that we're not going to switch over to the real Gnosis chain yet. So, like, they're working on the comms, pushing the comms, but in the end, it's still XDAI. I'm still validating with stake, not no.
Great. Cool. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Lauren. So we've got 2 minutes left in the call. And so, yeah, nice. We'll just do a quick round. Everyone can just give us one word of how they're feeling or what they want to carry forward. And then we can wrap up this governance call. I'm feeling great. I'm really excited. And I'll pass it to Griff.
In love. I'll pass it to Monique.
Inform and excited. Pass it on to Lauren.
I feel chill and happy. I'll pass it to Carlos.
I feel calm.
Super excited.
Also, Carlos, sorry.
I heard Carlos. Sorry, guys.
No, it's alright. I feel calm and you go, Carlos. It was meant for you.
Oh no, I feel super excited for the future. Pass it to,
Yeah, I feel we are at the beginning of a line journey. Again. Yeah, new challenges that we didn't have. Yeah, that's it. I pass it on to Mato.
Happy, really happy. I'll pass it to Hannah.
Feeling super excited. I will pass it to Rochelle.
I'm feeling really grateful. I'll pass it to Forrest.
I am feeling productive, and I will pass it to. Nope. You already went.
You can give it
I'll
to-
pass it to Monique.
Guru.
I am feeling angry. I'll pass it to whoever needs to have it now.
Ashley?
Yeah, I want to mirror that too. I'm also feeling really grateful just to be here with all of you and be doing this together. It's super cool. And I'm also excited. And I'll pass it to Crusher.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm super stoked for you guys. You're killing it. So it's just cool to watch you guys kill it. Congrats, everybody.
And for Shell, did you go?
Yes, I already went.
Okay. Sorry. I think we got.
Irie, not tired, sorry. Irie means great, calm and happy. Sorry about that.
Okay, great. Cool. Well, let's wrap this one up. Somebody's coming to my house right now, so I guess I have to deal with that. Cool. Well, thank you everyone for joining the governance call. And I might catch up with you guys in the DApp development call, which is right after this one. And, go ahead, Monique. Okay, he's saying goodbye. Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.